Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Coach T's Business School of Hard Knocks. It's where business knowledge meets street knowledge. You landed here for a reason, so you might as well like this video right now and subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to talk about business entities. Well, as a matter of fact, we're not going to talk about all entities. We're only going to talk about one in particular today. And that entity we're going to talk about today is the sole proprietorship. The sole proprietorship. Now, here's the deal, man. I mean, when you ask somebody, what type of business entity should you set your business up as, they'll tell you, well, you need to talk to your attorney, and then your attorney say you need to talk to your CPA. It's different reasons why they say those things, but nobody really wants to be held accountable for telling you to sign up or create the wrong type of entity. Nobody really wants that type of pressure that can come down at the end of the game. And to be honest, I really don't know why. Because I'm not gonna say it's not that big of a deal, because it is a big deal. I mean, we're gonna talk about why it's a big deal. As we go through the different entity structures. But somebody needs to just step up and say, hey, this is the type of entity you need to set up as, or this is the type of entity you need to set up as. The accountant says, talk to the attorney, and the attorney says talk to the accountant, because they don't want to be held accountable. Because when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, is it a legal reason or is it a tax reason why you're setting your business up? Are there going to be legal implications, or are there going to be tax implications down the line if something goes wrong? Look, I'm going to give you all the information you need. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to give you as much information as you need to make an intelligent decision. So you need to keep coming back here every Monday and Thursday and really listening up and taking notes, and then deciding, what type of business is the best business entity for you to be set up as. So every business has a different reason, right? But so here's the deal. Today we're talking about sole proprietorships, and the reason why we're talking about sole proprietorships is because it's the easiest business to get into. It's the easiest one to set up. Okay. Now, a sole proprietorship is simply this: you doing business as the name of your business. For instance, my name is Terod Robertson, and say I want to start, ABC Book Company. Well, the name of my company is Terod Robertson, doing business as ABC Book Company. Okay. Sometimes you'll hear it called a DBA, right? Doing business as. DBA stands for doing business as. So the name of my company is Terod Robertson, doing business as ABC Book Company. Okay. Now, how do I create this DBA? Very simple. Very simple. It's so easy to create a DBA that it should almost be illegal. Okay. Typically in most areas, the way you set your DBA up is there's your county seat. Okay, there's somewhere in your county. You can just look it up on the internet. You can get with me at TerodRobertson.com, and we can do probably about a 30-minute consulting session, and we can find out exactly where you need to go in order to set your DBA up. You might even be able to do it online, depending on what county you stay in. But for the most part, you can go down to your county on any business day and go down there and set up your DBA. Typically, a DBA is going to probably cost you anywhere from about 10 to 20 bucks, maybe 30, depending on where you live. Okay, 10 to 20 bucks, maybe 30 where you live, and your business is set up. Now, you say, Terod, why do I want to set up a DBA? Well, here's the thing. It's not necessarily just setting up the DBA. It's creating the business entity. Okay, it's creating the business entity because sooner or later, probably sooner than later, you want your business to be identified as the business and not necessarily being identified as you. For instance, my ABC Book Company, I want people to be able to identify ABC Book Company and separate ABC Book Company from Terod Robertson. Okay, what's separated from Coach T? Well, we're saying Terod Robertson because it's Terod Robertson doing business as. But when you go to the bank to set up your business account, you've got to have the proper paperwork. And the proper paperwork is going to be what type of entity you're set up as. Okay, it's going to be what type of entity you're set up as. So when you set up as a DBA, you're pretty much identifying that this is the business, but I am myself. I am Terod Robertson, and I'm doing business as the name of the business. So it's Terod Robertson doing business as ABC Book Company. Now, here's the deal. Another reason why a DBA is so simple or why I think why I think it's simple, and why I think it's so simple, and why I say it's so easy to get into. Because you don't necessarily have to have an EIN. All you're using is your social security number. So your business is identified by your social security number. So when you make money, it goes through. Well, let's say this: when you make money, it becomes your income. Okay, you make money, it becomes your income. So when you're ready to file taxes, it comes through on your individual tax return. It doesn't have to be a separate business account or a separate business tax statement or tax filing that has to be set up in order for you to do business as a DBA. Okay, again, what I'm saying is, when your business makes money, the income, the money that it makes is going to reflect as income on your tax filings. So you're not getting taxed as a separate business and getting taxed as an individual. You're only getting taxed one time. Again, as a DBA, you're getting taxed one time. Now, on the flip side of that, if something happens, let's just say you have a car or a truck and it's identified as ABC Book Company on your car, and now it's considered to be a commercial vehicle. So now that it's a commercial vehicle and you go out there and you get into a wreck, you have an accident. You have an accident in the car that's labeled by the name of your company. For instance, you've got a car tag that says ABC Book Company on the car tag. Now that car is recognized as a commercial vehicle. When you get into a wreck, now you're being sued. Someone's going to sue you. They're going to sue your insurance company. Your insurance company's going to come out of money, and they're going to sue you. Here in the United States, we're very litigious, okay, which means we're sue happy. We're trying to find a reason to come. We're trying to find a way to come up. We're trying to find a reason to sue somebody to make money. So basically, as a DBA, if somebody sues your company that's a DBA, they're not just suing the company, they're suing you. Now, that's kind of why there's a legal issue, and there's a legal issue, and there's a tax issue or an accounting issue and a law issue when it comes to determining which type of entity you want to set up. It could be more beneficial for you to set your company up as a DBA. I mean, as a DBA, which is doing business as or a sole proprietorship. It could be more beneficial for you to set up as a sole proprietorship for tax reasons, because, well, we'll talk about other types of entities a little later, but for tax reasons, it could be a little bit more beneficial for you to set up as a sole proprietorship and you create your business as a DBA. But for legal reasons, you may be better off setting up as other types, as another or different other options to choose from when it comes to setting up an entity. For instance, you could set up as an LLC, you could set up as an LLP, you could set up as a professional association, a professional corporation. There are different things that you can, different ways, different business entities you can set up. But a sole proprietorship is easy. Okay, it's easy to set up. You can go to your county, to your county office, your county business office, set it up, and it'll probably cost you anywhere from $10 to $20, $30 maximum in most cases. And you've got your business set up, and you go to the bank and you can establish your bank account and create your banking relationships. However, for legal reasons, if someone comes after your business, they're coming after you as well. So, that's why your tax guy is probably not going to give you any information on is not going to give you any advice on which entity to set up as. They're going to tell you probably need to talk to your attorney, and your attorney is going to probably tell you need to talk to your tax guy, because your attorney doesn't want to be held liable either, because you might have a greater tax savings setting up as a DBA or sole proprietorship than you would setting up with other types of entities. But other types of entities, you may have better legal protection, and we'll talk about those. We'll talk about that legal protection and all of that stuff a little later as we talk about other entities. But for the most part, a DBA is real simple. It's real easy to set up, and all you really have to do is just is have a business name and call yourself that. Okay, I just created up ABC Book Company, and now the name of my business is referred to as Terod Robinson, doing business as ABC Book Company. Now, you ask, what type of businesses would you recommend, or would you say is probably best for sole proprietorship? Again, that depends. Now, I don't necessarily shoot out of the fence. I don't necessarily shoot out of the fence when I consult with people in regards to what type of business entities they need to set what I think they should set their companies up as. But again, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney, or I'm not an accountant. So I don't have any legal ramifications that's going to come back and fall back on me. I'm letting you know off top. Hey, this is what I would do, and this is how I would do it. But it's up to you. I'm going to give you all the information you need to set your business up. How you can set best you can set your business up. And if you decide you want to take my advice and roll with it, hey, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick by you, and I'm going to turn you on to the best people that I can for tax purposes and for legal purposes. But I've got reasons why I choose certain business types, and it's not necessarily just certain types of businesses. It's just what are you trying to do and where are you trying to go, and okay, this is probably the best thing you need to do right now. Okay, so I know that's a lot of information when it comes to just the DBA. Okay, but how you set your business up is gonna reflect within a year, or at least during tax season, how much money you're either going to get back, how much money you're going to owe, or how you're being identified to the IRS. Okay, and that's very important. It's also very important as to people that you're in business with to know what type of legal protection you're covered by. What type of protection do you really have? Are you protected by the protection under the corporate veil, or are you protected by the protection of just a United States citizen? So that's a lot of information. You can take that, you can digest that. If you got any questions, or you want to talk about what type of business entities you want to set your company up as, feel free to go to TerodRobinson.com and schedule a consultation session with me. I believe in about 30 minutes, we can really hammer out and nail out what's probably the best type of entity for you. But again, you can also watch my upcoming videos on the LLC, the LLP, the S Corp, C Corp, those business entities, and again, you'll probably be able to determine after those videos, hey, this is the entity that probably best suits the business that I'm interested in being in. But again, what I'd like for you to do, one is like this video, two, subscribe to this channel, and if you haven't had a chance to go out to Amazon and check out my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had. Right now it's out there on Amazon, and let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, let me know what you're thinking, and I'm sure that the best idea I ever had right now out there on Amazon, I'm sure that the best idea I ever had right now is going to be able to provide you with a lot of information on starting your business and different type of business entities that is probably best for your business. But again, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see me again every Monday and Thursday.